what's some advice you would give to women who are hitting their midlife and they have been grinding and they have been putting their dreams and passions aside for whatever reason, family, marriage,
Mhm.
um, friends, whatever, job, and they're getting to this point and they're looking around and they're saying, "Oh my goodness," like they're facing their mortality and
Mhm.
they don't know who they are and where do they start?
I think what I've really come to is, fear, anxiety, stress, all of these experiences really force us to draw inward to protect ourselves. We really start to shut down and close off and just put your head down and just keep pushing forward, right? Because it is a self-preservation. And by finding a creative outlet, it's impossible to be inward and creative because creative is an outward expression. It is absolutely meant to be shared. Any sort of creativity is meant to be shared in some sort of outward fashion, and so um, for me, watercolor was the ticket to drawing me out of myself and having more of those joyful outward expressions. For some people, maybe it's photography or dance class or my husband. I kid you not, he is the most talented spreadsheet designer, and he can make a spreadsheet that does anything. He just to prove me wrong, like, he made a spreadsheet that solves any Sudoku puzzle because I would do Sudoku puzzles, and he's like, "Well, I can solve them faster than you," and the way he did it was by making a spreadsheet to do that, right? And that's a very creative thing to do. So I really encourage anybody who's feeling that sense of, like, overwhelmed, stressed, or those tidal waves of grief and anxiety that just keep hitting you over and over and over, to really find something creative, some sort of something creative that you can do for 15 minutes a day. Just 15 minutes. Really say to yourself, like, it has no deliverable to anyone else in the world. Those first watercolors were not for anyone else, and I love the person that I learned from. She says it all over and over again. She's like, "It's just a piece of paper. You can throw it away because the product is not the purpose. The process is the purpose. Just sitting down and doing this creative thing is the purpose. That's why you do it." So if that is, making little rock statues while you're on a walk at the beach or something, whatever it is, give yourself 15 minutes a day. And I promise that when you really set that time of a creative expression in your day, you start to feed your soul and start to pull out of those stress and say, if I can get 15 minutes where I don't feel this way every day, maybe I can get 30 minutes where I don't feel this way. Maybe I can get an hour where I don't feel this way. And you'll start to really put back into your priorities how to recenter your life in a way that you feel that calm again more often, how to set those boundaries. I really am a big believer that it starts with that creative experience, whatever it is, whatever it needs to be for each person, because you can't sit there and look at a beautiful sunset that you're capturing with a photograph or you're painting or you're sketching and also be going, "Oh my gosh, the laundry is piling up." Like, it just you have to focus on this thing for 15 minutes, and it will help you to say, "That stuff doesn't matter quite as much. My peace matters, and it needs to be prioritized."